Texas Prison Lord family salute, y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow back here with another one. And we got the unfortunate honor of announcing the passing of one of Texas' most famous, most notorious inmates ever. If you see the picture back behind me right here, which I'm sure you do, you might recognize it from the internet. It's one of the most used and abused pictures ever online. But they never give him or talk about the person any credit, right? This is James Lamarck Byrd. Passed away 54 years old a couple days ago on the used unit. Byrd was a longtime member of the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. He was one of the leaders in the federal system, and everybody I knew that knew him said he was a pretty solid dude. I even heard it from black guys, trust me. They said Byrd minded his business, he was quiet, he liked to work out, and it was just about him and his brothers. If you didn't get in their way or they didn't get in yours, you might not never know he was there. But he was serious about it. They have law enforcement reports and wiretaps and stuff of the ABT leaders in 2011 discussing Byrd, saying they're putting him in charge of North Texas when he gets out of the feds because it needed reorganized and it needed restructured. And North Texas is one of their most profitable regions, so they needed a stiff guy to lead it, right? Well, Byrd took it in stride, and he took it seriously. He started trying to dominate the methamphetamine gang. Then Byrd found out one of their members, who was not active in the free world, but a prison member, was selling major weight. Byrd hit him up and said, come talk to him. The guy didn't want to. He cussed him out, hung up on him. So I don't know if you know about gangs, but that's not too good to do to one of the leaders, right? Byrd sent word that he needs to come see him. The guy called a couple other members. They went to the house. They held him hostage. James Byrd is the one notorious for stabbing the man, taking a piece of bread, dipping it in his blood, and eating it, right? He made that man do a blood oath that he wouldn't tell and he'd be loyal to the ABT. Well, of course, right away after that blood oath, that man went and told, right? He went and snitched, and Byrd ended up getting 50 years for organized crime and all type of things. Byrd's case, when he got the 50 years, made worldwide news because the judge sentenced him to 50 years solitary confinement. And I don't think that's an enforceable order, right? But since James Byrd was an Aryan Brotherhood member anyway, he was going to have to do those 50 years in solitary confinement. There was no other choice. So it was kind of like the judge was right, but he wasn't. You know what I mean? So anyway, later, Byrd went into prison, started rocking that, and he dropped out of the gang. He had enough. He didn't want to die in that hole in solitary. It's just not worth it a lot of times, right? You're in a gang and you can't even see your own members. Yeah, they make it hard in Texas. That's why we tell y'all to stay out of these prison gangs. But anyway, the people that I know that know him in the state said Byrd had changed his life. Byrd had started going to church. Byrd had been baptized, born again, and he was a Christian. And I know that's hard to believe for a lot of people, right? Because they say jailhouse religion, or he was just doing it to make parole, or he was just trying to look good. There is no looking good once you're a man like him, right? The system will never even believe you reformed anyway. So if you do it, you're purely doing it for yourself, for your own salvation, to right your own wrongs and everything like that. Byrd was a mentor to the young prisoners, to the young guys that want to be hard, to the young guys that want to put in work. Byrd was the one that would talk them down when they were going crazy. Byrd was the one that would reassure them. He was a community leader inside the prison in a positive way this time. He spent a lot of years in a negative way. And I think he just woke up one day and said, I don't want this no more. But as y'all see in life, a lot of times when people change, their days are numbered. I don't know what it is, right? I've known several people that lived dangerous, crooked lifestyles, and after they change, they don't make it too much longer. So that's kind of what's going on here. There's a lot of people sad about this. Even the members that I know of still respected him even after he dropped out. He didn't drop out and turn against them and try to destroy them or anything like that. He just wanted to live his life and he was done. and he actually sacrificed his life for that gang. So I believe he had enough respect that he was just fine, and he was. If you see U's unit just hit the news the other day, that's where he was. U's is one of the most wild prisons in America. It has so many people doing life without parole over there that it's just off the chain. So they needed somebody like him. They needed a cooler head, an older guy. If you let the hotheads run things, it's always going to end up wrong. So this one here, I did do a video about him. I think it's my highest viewed video. I did about why he went to prison. So if you want to check it out, go check it out on the channel. It's literally called the Byrdman of the ABT. But this here is a double-edged sword because I'm going to be honest with you. He knew he wasn't never coming home, right? And he got to change his life. And as a religious man, he died taking his last breath, believing he's saved and going to heaven, which would be a peaceful passing. Had he never done that, he would have been scared when he was dying. He would have had regrets. But I don't think he did. And that's the only comfort that you can take in that, right? Maybe even his passing in there will show a lot of them young dudes why they need to get out and stay out. Because it's literally a life lost. A life that was dedicated to the wrong things. A life that was ruined and wasted. And then he tried to turn it around and make the best out of it. So I gotta respect it. But I also gotta say, this is not the life you want, y'all. I don't care how gangster you are, how smart you think you are, how slick you think you are. This gang life, this drug dealing, it's only gonna lead to dying in prison or dying on the streets. Like, there's no way to survive unless you want to be an informant, work for them people all your life, which a lot of people do. But that's even more reason why the real ones can't be in the game, right? Y'all take from this man reached the pinnacle of prison gangs, and it was all for nothing. It was all for nothing, and it's tragic. So I hope today that James Byrd is resting in peace. I hope that his soul is resting, he's happy, and there's no more pain. Hey, no more Johnny Sacks, no more bugs in his food in the chow hall, no more K2 junkies going crazy around him. I like to tell myself that him and my brother are now in better places and in a better existence. But I tell you what, it still hurts, right? So I just wanted everybody to take from this that's out there thugging right now. Say rest in peace to him. And say, man, don't let your life end like this. Don't become a white cross in a prison cemetery with nothing but your number on it. It's not okay. And this is not the life we want, y'all. Texas Prison Story family salute and rest in peace to the Byrdman.